Okay, James, how are you? Um, I am recording a video for you because I just want to show you a few things, a few of my thoughts about the websites that you sent me. I will be talking and looking through all the websites for you, okay? And you can give me some insights. And I hope that with this video, this will help to finally get to the point where I can deploy out the system. We have already pre-made some stuff for you, so it might be easy depending of what we're going to talk about. So basically, I'm going to go one each time and let's see exactly what I can clarify about like design choices, everything, and more than design, the structure. It's something more. I'm not saying it's more important, but it's more complex to do and to decide. So, okay, first things first. Uh, all three websites, besides the like, with the exception of the last one, have SSL, what is very good. So I know that if I click here, we're not gonna see the options because of the way that I'm recording. So I'm gonna click and I'm gonna just read whatever it's here. So the first one use a SSL named Let's Encrypt. The second one use an SSL named Komodo, and the third one have absolutely no SSL. So basically, this means that this website, this the third website, will not open in many browsers starting next year. It already doesn't open in some browsers this year, and really is not a safe place for you to put any data about yourself that involves a password or a credit card or anything like that. So pretty much this is horrible, and I would never ever have a website or incentive someone to have a website without an SSL. All of the other two are nice because they have, but this one have a free SSL. It's a Let's Encrypt. It's like the shittiest SSL in the market. It actually encrypts your website, but they only last for 3 months. So every 3 months you have to renew it, and it's something manual. It doesn't happen automatically. And in the end of the day, it doesn't come with any kind of insurance, and the encryption is fairly lower than all the others that you can buy. What's not definitely the case of this one. This one have a Komodo SSL. I know that you can't see the window that just popped up, but basically what you can do is you just click in that little section here, and then click in the link that's under certified or certificate, depends of your browser. So here it says Komodo RSA Domain Validation Secure Servant CA. What is a very good one? Just as reference, if I go to that pix, mine right now is also a Komodo RSA Domain Validation Secure Service A. So they are actually using the same SSL certificate that I do, and the reason that it's a good SSA is not a free one, but it's fairly good one for shipping price. So before even seeing the website, I would say that this is already kind of a big deal. I really like it. That let's continue. So let's see structurally the websites have it looks to me like a fairly designed one. You have a team to the website and obey a certain color palette. Um, if if I if I look at it, like it have this, it appeared to me that it's a shades of gray, and then you have black, white, and mainly red, and this kind of constitutes the website palette. You can see that the same red they're using around is the same red that you're seeing here. You don't see like handle colors like blue and green popping up. So yeah, I have a color palette, but it's cool. But some things I don't personally like about this website, there have absolutely nothing that calls attention right away. It's like a bunch of text. Even if you're just putting a landing page or something that's just going to call some attention to your business until your final website's done. Having just a bunch of text like a resume is not very nice. It's not gonna give you a good retention rate. Another thing that I can totally see is the lack of images overall and and space that are filled with attractive stuff in the bottom of the pages. So basically, you just scroll down, and the only thing you rewarded is more text and more text and more text. You don't see any testimonials in it, so basically, there's no way that I can know that person is actually um, um, is actually a good reference to me. I mean, it has some things that they call as testimonial in such a way. It's like what they say, but I can't see a name in this. Like there's just it's like French business school or whatever. It doesn't say who said. There's no link to the person profile. So how can I know that she was not the person who wrote that? So this is not cool. I totally understand why somebody would do that, especially if the person had clients that the person don't know how to get the information. But if you're not able to provide a link, at least provide like a picture and a name, so the person can see it's a real person. So this is actually don't even consider as a testimonial. So this is a problem. The website have problems with separating contents. Yeah, like you can see that this text is too close to this. I know that I'm talking a few things about design too, but I'm just because I'm just spotting right away. There's this amount of white space going on here. Um, and yeah, overall, the first page is not very nice. Like, although you have like information, you have people have to understand that people really spend just a little time looking to your website, and then they're gonna pop off. And if I cannot find interesting things like in 3 seconds, probably I'm just gonna move out, even if you do a very good translation work. So, okay, let's go to the next page. So here we have book translations. I really don't understand why this images like that couldn't be in the home page. Like this would work a lot more than this to call attention. Just having this kind of thing with absolutely no highlights is really not a big, not like it's really not cool at all. And then we have this page that have a few things. That's what I understand that she translated those things, those books. What's pretty impressive, pretty cool. Here we have official documents translations, and for some reason, I absolutely can't understand the rest of the menu just vanishes. Um, I I don't know what's going on. Why the structure of the website was made in such a way that when you click in official document translations, that everything else just vanishes. I really don't understand, but this happens. There's another things going on in here, like I know that the person really wants people to contact her, but like you have your contact in here at the same time you have the contact in here, and it's the exactly same contact. If you really want people to contact you at the end of the page like this, you can just add a contact form. I think it would work just fine. Let's continue. So if I click here to go to the top, what's a pretty cool thing to have? This kind of thing is very good, especially if you have a big a big page. In this case, there's no big page, but it's fairly cool to have this in your website regardless. If I go back, I don't have an option to search, but here I have an option to search, what to me also don't make a lot of sense. Um, if you go in contacts though, you once again you are presented with this number that is actually here too and no contact form. So let's talk about uh, functionality. This website is fairly unfunctional. It doesn't have any service in it. You don't have even a form. Basically, this is a very big business card by what I can see. The only kind of connections I can see that just they have a little social media integration here, what is very nice. But fairly enough, there is no forms, no subscription box, there is no shop, there is no regarding any kind of interaction of the user. I've seen none. So I would give you this website a 2 out of 10. I know that it might sound kind of harsh, but like thinking clearly, I don't think this was I don't think it was done but somebody that was putting a lot of love into it. Like, for example, if the person just want to provide this kind of information, what was the necessity of taking out this whole space just for that? Maybe my website's not opening properly. All the things the website have, I don't know. My computer not opening everything. I don't know what's going on. But there's a lot of white things going on that I really don't understand. I would give it a 2 because actually it obeys the color pattern of the website and have some theme stylization going on in here. You can see that the menu have some CSS going on, and it's fairly well designed, like just the top part. What for me it's like the killer is just that, unfortunately for a cool design here on top, you have a dysfunctional menu where it stops working as soon as you click a link, a determined link. So fair enough, I would give you this website a 2 out of 10. I know that I'm not judging the person itself. She might be an excellent translator, right? Who knows? I don't know. But as fair as just a website, I think I could have done her a much better work in that sense, depending on what she would want. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Let's hope it's better. So this one here, it's quite different in than this one, both in colors and design. Um, one thing I can totally see too is, for example, in logo. This person doesn't have a logo. This is basically a text with two colors in it, and I probably could find this text, this font somewhere. So basically, it was not designed at all. This one already have a logo and even have like a catch thing going on here. So it's Dutch translations, and have this book that opens in two ways or something like that. Have two arrows. I'm not sure what that means, but it's kind of cool that the person had some sort of design to this. So let's see his website. First thing I totally notice that there is an image here. And even if this image have absolutely no relationship to his business, it's better to have an image that not have anything. Unfortunately, if I look at this image, the guy would lose some points because he's showing here some books about JavaScript. What the hell is he trying to say with this? Like PHP 5? Like, is the guy like a programmer? If he is, he can say it, right? But I don't think he do programming, so why the hell would he be showing books from web development or development in general? So okay, so for me the fact didn't work, but could work for other people. So I would say that this is not exactly a bad thing. It just could have more. It just could really convey a message instead of being just a random picture of books. But comparing to her, I would say that, well, it's good that he have an image that it's not the background, right? Like have something to illustrate. I don't know if what he was trying to say, that he would talk to you by computer and have some book. I don't know, but he have an image what it's statistically speaking is better to grab people attention. So the guy here wants you to have a free quote, what's kind of cool. And for me, this have a high value. This thing he did has a high value. Basically, he very shortly found a way to make you interact with the website. I can do absolutely nothing in this page. Absolutely nothing. I can't click anywhere to do anything. It's just a one-way conversation between her telling me stuff. But in here, I can totally interact in a way. And I'm even rewarded by putting my mouse in here. Like the thing changes a little bit. So this is a quite of small reward for the user. Oh, I put my mouse and something happened. This is kind of cool. All right. So the website is also claims to be available in two languages. So it's English and Dutch. Let me just click in the Dutch version, and basically it works as intended by what I can see. But it's kind of nice to have a website in two languages. This is a functionality. This is hard to do. Like if for you to have a system that actually can produce this kind of thing takes time, and different than this one, I would already give some scores to this website just because I have a functionality like this. It's hard for two reasons. First, you have to know all the content you're gonna make and all the content you have. That's the first. Second, every single content you're gonna put after it, you need to translate it and put into the second version. So this is also hard to do. And third, if you want to program that, there are multiple things you have to take care of uh, in terms of programming to make sure this is going to work just as intended. So if I have a thing that communicates with another thing, they needed to understand that sometimes the other will have a different language and things like that. So this is quite complex to implement depending of the website. And seeing that the guy did it, it's fairly nice. Okay, so just like the other one, you have some CSS going on in the web in the menu. Here you have he's explaining about the service he do. What was presented in a very interesting way. Like you cannot click unfortunately in everything, but also he rewards you for putting your mouse in it. So it's a more interactive website. You can have more fun as you see it. You don't just list the stuff, you actually list and organize the stuff and also illustrate whatever I have to do. So even if I'm not that much of a reader, I can see that this has something to do with legal stuff. This have to do with people talking to people about something. So this is marketing. This is about personal stuff, so personal documents. I totally understand this. So this is kind of nice. And we go to the next one, and now this is a good social confirmation. It's not a testimonial by itself, but do exactly what the testimonial tried to do. The testimonial tried to show you that you can be safe because you have clients or you know what you're doing. You have worked with people. So now I have names to search. What's quite nice, and I'm very happy to enter into a website and the guy have clients and I can see which clients they have, and this is kind of nice. So again, he have an image here that kind of just illustrates something. At the same time, he's texting something. He's saying something about his job or about what he's going to do, and he offers some interaction too. So this is kind of nice. Like the guy did a better job than this here, this one here to really grab attention from people. You always have to think that like people are going to be like somebody to wants a translation. He's gonna check a lot of people, so you really want to grab his attention the best you can. So here you have another social confirmation, and in this case, it's a testimonial. You have kind of like the name of the person, Dragan Svetkovic, and basically either what the person did or the website. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't know if it is the name of a business or if he was the interpreter on site. I don't know. Basically, it's better because at least I have a name. I don't have a link, but I have a name, and this is kind of cool. Like it's better than the other one. And he actually didn't need to have that. It's good that he have two, but he already proved a lot with this part here. So then we get to like the best part of the website, in my opinion. Like not only it obeys as well as everything else, the color pattern the way it's supposed to, but it have a form. So a form is not some random thing that there is in the website. It have to be done by someone, and that's very nice. It's very nice that you have a form. So this is a functionality. So I could see right now that the guy have the free quoting thing. I just want to see if the free quoting is gonna bring me to another page or the bottom of the page. Let's see. No, he have the same functionality but in a special page. What is not something bad? It's something that he can do, especially if he wants to dedicate more time to talk about why the person should have the free quote. But anyway, he have also the same form in the bottom of the page. He could as well just slide the page to the bottom. But I can totally understand why you would want to have like two different ones. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. So just giving a look. Okay, so let's see everything else. So let's go about this. So in about of his, he talks about a lot of stuff, and he also illustrates a lot of stuff. It's good that he have some image here. Um, Judging by what he did in the first page, I can totally assume that this image is perfectly handled when he got online. I don't know if he even allowed to do that with this image. Uh, but yeah, like I can. It's better to have an image than to have nothing. Then yeah, he fairly illustrates like things that he have connections with. Another call to request a few quotes. I personally don't like this. He did like this is a picture, right? And there is, I think it was a picture of a construction site, yeah, because there is this thing here. Like this is nothing. This is just a random garbage. I don't know why would you put a random image like that. It's not even from your color pattern. It's just strange. You can see that the little icons in the text obey the color, the orange color pattern of the website, which is kind of cool. This is garbage. This takes a lot of quality out of your website. So if you put something like this, it's kind of mean that you're gonna scam someone. That's not nice. But I can totally see that like this kind of website was made by was better made. I mean, like it was not randomly made. The person who was doing that, he have a logic behind his thoughts. He have a footer menu. So this is a footer. All the whole huge thing here is a footer, right? And the footer not only have some cool things going on in here, but also have a menu and a little description, and what's quite nice. So it have also an arrow to go top, what is also nice, and have here the person who did the web design. What I totally believe, because honestly, the thing have a logic to it. Like, so who did this new at least enough to make something that conveys a message very well. This one I can believe that she did herself. I don't know if she asked somebody to do it. I don't see any credit here to anyone who did. Even if she did not, even if she was not the one who did that, it's quite strange like that somebody would waste so much opportunity to convey messages with white space. Okay, so yeah, this part conveys a cool message. So let's see the translations. Okay, so coming to the translation, we have that same nasty image of the JavaScript that for me doesn't work, but might work to convey message to a lot of people. I mean, our books and and a laptop, so I can totally understand. We have some repeated thing from the homepage. Quality assurance. Well, now he's giving something here like credentials to his quality. I'm totally convinced that this shit here have nothing to do with this credential he's talking about. Like this just looks to me like a handle thing. There's absolutely no naming here, nothing. Just like a handle image you would put. This really a down to me when I see stuff like that. So here I have affordable rates. Yeah, he have some illustration here. That's kind of cool. The translation process. Well, this is a bad process breakdown. Like it's it really shows nothing about the process of translation itself. Maybe this could be I don't know, the dealership process. I don't know. It's like he's just saying how you can pay for the thing. Um, yeah, again that nasty image again, and then this again. Points that you would obtain with websites like this would be for the fact he using a parallax background. So this is a parallax background. If you don't know what a parallax background is, it's a background that stay still. So if I move, you can see that the background stay whatever it was before. So some points for having a parallax background. Okay, let's go to interpreting. Again, the same parallax background, the same thing as before, the same breakdown of the process that doesn't help, the garbage image, and that's it. Well, Well, this is kind of odd. Like, for some reason in this section, we're supposed to have a description below it. The person just decided to not have a description below it. Um, what, but I mean, what I'm supposed to interpret as being other, right? Like, the translation has provided the interpretive service since 2004. See below for main areas of expertise. So basically, what orders is like what orders would represent, like what are the orders. So like there's no description, there's nothing to click in this. So this is bad design. This was poorly made. So this was not cool at all. Um, let's go to resources. Okay, so we have some links that we can click to Facebook and some other pages. Facebook. Okay, it's some link page, another parallax website with an image that I can only assume is hand on to. Uh, another random image here on resources that represents nothing about resources. Maybe the idea that this guy is kind of floating means that he don't have resources. He don't have problems with resources, but the guy looks like he's kind of worried. I don't know if you can see it. I can't even barely see his face, but the guy looks like he's kind of, I don't know, worrying about something. I don't know if this represents anything too. So let's go to contact and quote we already saw. So this is going to be the last one. I only expect to see the form, the contact form in this. Yeah, leave a message. Yeah, very cool. Social media. I don't understand why he would not put Facebook and social media in here. Like, I'm very sure that this person probably have a Facebook. So okay. So basically, this is it. Like, I would give this website something between 6 and 7 out of 10. Mainly because it conveys a message and organizes it. So you would be surprised of how many people you would get away with this kind of shenanigan of putting a handle image that represents nothing. Like really, people are really so intuitive about website. They don't really think too much. A lot of them. That just illustrating the right thing the right way might be better than what this person is doing, even if she have like 15 years of experience. I can totally guarantee that judging by this website, like this person here is gonna have a little more success if he knows how to market, at least with the online public. So okay, let's go to this one that is the most promising one, and I will take my time. So basically the name is Translators Family, and there is actually a logo, and this logo was designed. I can totally see because it is a pen and have like a form of home, what is like a family. I think it stands with. I don't personally like it, but yeah, it's something like the person actually asked somebody to do that. Um, so let's see about what's going on in here. First, like out of like very being very precise about it, something very big that stand out to me is that the guy was talking about engineering and technical, and in the background there were some things related to engineering and technology. So it's different than this one, right? Sorry, this one, right? They have a JavaScript book for no reason at all. So yeah, this is actually he's using images to help to convey the message. So this is a better one. Also, it have the interaction thing, and there's a little animation going on here, though I don't like particularly this one. But there is an image going on that like help to reward you for putting your mouse into it. This is also a slider, but it's different than just an image. It's basically better than an image because if the person got his attention to this, but he's still not 100% convinced, he can always see the next one and see what he think. So once again, he's saying trust your business and marketing documentations to professionals. So basically, when you talk about business, you can think about small and big people. And big people usually have some buildings, or at least one building somewhere or a house. So basically, this is when I say house, I mean like a house, like an office. So basically, this is also helping to convey the message. And last but not least, there's the third slide that unlocking new markets, and of course the classic arrow going up representing profits because he's saying that he's gonna boost your international sales. So yeah, this is overall is way better than all the other two. So this one here got high point. So let's see what's going on here. Boutique translation agency, dedicated translation service vendor for businesses, technical industry, and governmental organizations. What's that? Yeah, I mean like it's quite bad if you are like a translation website and you write like organization with an S instead of with a Z. Is it with a Z? Yeah, I think it's with a Z. Like like I'm not even English is not even my first language, and of course I write a lot of stuff wrong because of that, and this is horrible. But I can totally see that this might make a translation agency lose points. So if you are of the friends of that website, I would ask the person to correct this. Um, so okay, moving on. Like there is something going on here. Like you have a kind of a persistent image thing going on because the person wanted to have a partial parallax effect, and I don't really think this works too well. I think this is kind of cheap. Like it just sounds like the boundaries of the sliders are set for too much. Like you can see that the image it finishes here, but there's still a space in the bottom dedicated for the slide, and the slide doesn't exist anymore. So this was very strangely made in that sense. Um, so I would not do something like this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too picky about this kind of thing, but I don't personally like this. So moving on, after the parallax thing go like ends, you have some cool information going on. Like I really like this section because this section not only have a meaning, like this circle here, this is not completely full. This is almost half full. This is one part of the way full. So this gives you an example of how much this is, like how much is 200, how much is 300, how much is 5 steps. Like 5 steps is not much, it's just some steps. 300 it's a lot, still not like a whole lot, but it's cool. And 200 plus customers is actually a lot. So this is very cool. And not only he reward you with a cool animation when you hover it, but if you click, I can only assume that this is gonna move you to somewhere. Or I'm wrong. Or this is not what's gonna be because the website was not done correctly. Okay, so the link is not working. The person did not. Oh, sorry. The person did not put a link into it. Okay, even if it says see case studies, it doesn't have a link to it. Okay, so this is bad. So translation terms at glance. So have some call to action in here. There is an image. I don't know what this image it's supposed to represent. Maybe just an illustration. It obeys the color pattern. The color pattern uses blue and orange, similar to what I believe you want. Um, when we got in this section, you have a video. What is very very nice. Being very honest with you, this was the first website of the video. You have some things listed in a very nice way. And here you have a call to action again to request a quote. And you have services, and now we are talking about now it's things are working. Not only you have the full reward of putting your mouse over anything here, What's not a requisite, like it's not really so super necessary, but it's kind of cool when the person do. So you have a reward for putting your mouse in this, and you not only have an image that illustrate and a message, but you have the opportunity, like you have the option to actually click it if you're interested to read more. Here it says what your clients say about us. For some reason, this is in blue, and blue is the color for link, so this is not good. Actually, I'm trying to click this. This is not a link. People are not supposed to put text like this in blue, like this, to not mistaken people with this being a link. But this by far is like the best um, of the best of all the testimonials from the three sites. So the person have uh, photos and companies, and like this is cool. Like this is good. This is good. So you can notice that I didn't read the content of any website. So you, with your knowledge, you might be able to tell, but just by the way they write stuff, who is better at what. This one might be the worst at translation of the know. I don't know. How could I know? I'm not reading, right? But I'm just seeing like what I see and how the message is being put. So here you have articles from the blog. I don't really understand why would you make a slide with so many dots like this? You could just make without a dot. There's like I don't know if somebody's gonna really click in this and see this as a good way to really like search whatever the person is searching. I don't like the dot. Visit the blog. What's cool? Like it's good to know that the website's live. So yeah, more information. Again, request a quote. What's also cool. And then you have this huge footer with menu, a breakdown of the website and social media, three little links to social media. What's fairly cool. So let's see how everything breaks down. So you have about us, fairly nice, well divided. Okay, that's kind of cool. Why choose us? Is organization is organization with an S? Here it says it's a Z. I always thought that was with an Z. Like organizational with an S again. Isn't it with an S or with a Z? I thought it was with a Z, like organization. There's a band called Organization with an S. Okay, so yeah, there's more things going on. This is kind of nice, like you organize your information in those little things. It helps to not take a lot of space of your website. What you can expect from us. Yeah, I can totally see the guy who did this. He did a good job. Like, there's details, there are things to change, but what website doesn't have? Like, yeah. Like every website can always improve, but certainly the things this website have to improve are way less than this guy and this guy. So basically, I would say I'm not sure if I'm gonna like really go over every single page because there's so many pages. But for example, look at this. Like the guy have a blog, right? Like there's no blog in this. There's no blog in this. Of course, because blogs are something hard. So how cool is that? Like the guy have a blog. The guy actually writes. Let's see what was the last thing the guy wrote. And his blog have a stubble upon. That's something kind of complex to put. You have a lot of social media integration going on. What when that was done? I don't see a date. Where's the date? Okay, so the blog for some reason don't want to show a date. What's kind of scary. This means that this person can possibly just not write often. What's very scary. So they should have a date. A fairly easy to find date. So when they have like a subscription box, what's very cool. You can see the tags. You can search for categories. for the blog. So this is a sidebar, what is also different than just being something here. They have to be programmed, what's nice. So this was done. The person who did this took his time to do it. Like I can't give a low score to this website. It have subscription box. It have contact form. Let's let's come in here. Wait a minute. Am I mistaken? Yeah, that's what I saw before. Yeah, there's a. It's not in the contact section, but there is this custom-made quote thing going on, and there is also a captcha. So yeah, like this, there is a form. When you go to contact, you can totally see there's many many paragraphs just made to convey more information than what you would have in the other pages. If you go to break down what I'm talking about like this, what in this page is original? Like everything she's saying here, I had in the home page. So in the home page, I have her name, I have her email, I have her number. So if I click in contacts, why am I doing this? Like I have the phone, I have the email, I have the name. I already had that. So this is a redundant page. There's absolutely no need for this page to actually exist. But this one not. Like I have other things that I could not find in there, like legal information. And every single paragraph is trying to convey something. Even if something you already know, at least they are putting in a way that you can find it. So this is nice. And you can always just go to request a quote or go into request a quote form. I also think they could add the quote form in this page instead of having the little link in here. And also they have the map, this huge map showing where the business is, what's kind of cool, and it needs to be implemented. Look, there's so many interesting things going on in this website. Like they have another subscription box that allows you to receive a free ebook. Don't fool yourself. This is a subscription box. Uh, I don't personally like the fact that my menu just vanished. Like instead of like having this as a part of the website, this is kind of like another website as a whole. Those pictures are only related to this. Like this is kind of odd. Like it's having a website inside of a website. This is not very well done. Already went there. Like for translators, welcome to the family. Read more. Yeah, I think I have seen enough. Like the website was very well done. I mean, yeah, there's things to improve. Every website have, right? No website's perfect. No, nothing is perfect. Um, I would give this website an 7 to 8 out of 10. I rarely say a website's 9 out of 10 unless it's like really, 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 really good and kind of flawless. So like yeah, there's a CSS in the menu. Everything was conveys a mesh in the cool way. Yeah, there's something strange going on with the translation. I don't know if no, it's not translation. Sorry, translation is not app. It's organization. Sorry. I was looking for organization. I saw translation. Organization. So there's something strange going on with organization. I don't know if this there is a reason why you would write this way. It must be just because I don't know English. I don't know. Well, how can I say? I'm not a professional translator, right? Maybe you can illuminate a little bit my thoughts about it. So okay, so what we can learn about those things um, for your website? This website is gigantic, not because it has to be. It's because they want to put a lot of content. Your website can have the size of you want. What we can offer you and what we can do. We can have an interactive website that have calls to action. We can have a website that's going to have space for you to convey messages very well. We expect to be able to provide you with descriptions that can be illustrated and have calls to action, with forms for you communicate, for you quote your clients, for you to have your blog. We want to offer you all that. So I can totally tell you that whatever is going on with this website, you're not gonna be losing anything. And honestly, it really bothers me that thing that happens in the beginning. I don't think this is very nice. And also, the last test that I wanted to do with you about the websites is responsiveness. A website should be responsive. So this is not what we want to see if your website is responsive. It's kind of common to that this happens. No one is like really immune to responsiveness problems. But like one of the reasons I don't like with giant filters is because in mobile it really looks ugly and nobody wants to see this last part of the website. This doesn't make sense. Um, so I would say fairly that this guy turns into a mobile version fairly well. Like this is cool. Here I have this guy that also appeared to turn into a mobile version pretty well. But look what happens with his first image. Like it completely messes up. Like it doesn't even try to save it. This one adapts to the mobile version. This one doesn't. So this guy here, I would say if I said that it was 7 or 8, I would say it's definitely 8 out of 10 because have the compatibility to be on mobile. And let's say hers also have a good way to behave when you are in mobile. Okay, I think that's fairly cool for now. So let me see what you think about my review of those websites.